Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about pumps. So what is a pump and what are the classification of pumps and how a centrifugal pump is going to be work. So in the earlier video we have seen about the turbine where the water hits on the turbine blades and it is rotating. It's a mechanical energy. Water kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy and all. So in this hydraulic pump is a device which converts the mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. That's what we are doing. Where we are using is pumping of water. Okay, from the sump to overhead tank. Normally, in our houses, we are using some pumps of HP, 1 HP motors. So we will say it's a motor, but it's a pump which is pumping the water and from the lower level to higher level. Okay, it is so normally water can flow from a higher level to lower level without any device. There is a logic over here. From a higher level to lower level, there is no need, automatically it will flow. But from a lower level to higher level, if you want to make it, device is needed to push any kind of thing to that is higher level. There is a liquid here. We are using the hydraulic liquid, that is maybe oil or maybe a pump, whatever it is, maybe a water or whatever it is. The pump is used. So here the classification of pumps, normally we can say a centrifugal pump, a rotary pump and a reciprocating pump. So what is, in this topic we are going to discuss about the centrifugal pump. So before going to the centrifugal pump specifications, what are the normally, if you want to buy a pump, so what are the things we have to concentrate? So what are the main important specifications of the pumps are? One is discharge pressure, maximum discharge, how much pressure is getting discharged, and what is the discharge flow, how much liquid can be getting discharged, meter cube per second, how much discharge can be done in particular time, and there is a size of the pump, and what is the type of the pump, and whether it is operated by AC or DC like power sources. These are the specifications. And now centrifugal pump is the one which is going to be used, the hydraulic machine, where the mechanical energy is converted into hydraulic energy through the centrifugal force of the centrifugal force. So how it is done? So the flow of the liquid takes place from in a radial outward direction, which is the reverse of the inward radial flow reaction turbine. So in the reaction turbine, you have seen water enters in through the casing and enter into the blade. It rotates and it goes down. It goes to the tail race. But in this case of radial outward, this is here radial outward. It is not inward. It is going for, it enters into that and it will go outside in the radial direction. It is used for the different areas where fluid is needed to be raised from a lower level to higher level. So pump, in the sense, normally it will raise the water level, any water or liquid from lower level to higher level, we can pump it. So that's what it is used. And the working principle, how it is working is, it is a principle of forced vortex flow. The forced vortex flow means what? When a certain mass of fluid or liquid is allowed to rotate by an external torque, then there is a rise in the pressure head of the rotating liquid. So this is called forced vortex flow. Okay, liquid we are rotating. We are what we are doing is we are rotating the motor with an electrical power. So when it is rotating, so there is a rise in the pressure head. So that it will help us help this to deliver the water. So the rise in the pressure head is used to deliver the water to a location where we want to send the water. So centrifugal force is created within the casing. So casing is the one already we have seen. A casing covers the entire components. So there it is a safety of, for the safety also, as well as for splitting of water outside, and now it is creating a pressure here. So the here the rise of the pressure head is directly proportional to the tangential velocity of the rotating liquid. Okay, and how it is getting height, it's lifted to a high level. So outlet of the impeller radius is more, so and in the pressure head is more. Because of that, the liquid at the output discharges with a higher pressure, and because of the higher pressure, the liquid reaches to any height. So we can see this centrifugal pump construction here. There is a water sump and the pump is at the center. there is a suction pipe and a delivery pipe, and it sends to the overhead tank. So suction pipe, where it is dipped into the water sump, where suction, that is it sucks the water from the pump, okay, and it sends to the center of the portion, that is where the motor is rotating, the pump is rotating, that creates the centrifugal force over there, and that is again it pushed outside radially. That's what it sucks in and it pushes the water outside radially, and there the high pressure is getting created. So that pressure, due to that high pressure, it delivers to the overhead tanks, according to the wherever the height required, we can send to that height. So parts of this centrifugal pump are mainly the impeller, the casing, the suction pipe with the foot valve and strainer, and the delivery pipe. This is what we have to write and we have to explain during the examinations purpose, if you see. So impeller, what do you mean by impeller? That is the rotating part. So in the turbine, how we have seen the runner blades is rotating, like that here we call it as a impeller. It is a rotating part and it is mounted on the shaft. The shaft is connected with the electrical motor. So when we switch it on the electrical motor is going to be rotated, and the motor rotates, the shaft is going to rotate it. Shaft is connected with the impeller, so the impeller is going to be rotated, and the impeller is having curved blades, okay. So the backward curved blades are going to be rotated. Now a casing, all the impeller is covered with the casing, airtight passage which is covered the impeller, and it is capable of converting the kinetic energy of the water into the pressure energy before leaving the casing. So when the water enters through the delivery pipe, we know that through the delivery pipe, we will see in the next this how what is a delivery pipe and how it is here. So we call it a suction pipe or suction pipe, and when water enters into the suction pipe, the pipe is actually dipped into the some tank is full of water, and the suction pipe is into the water, and when the electrical motor switched on, it creates the pressure inside there and it sucks it. So and at the bottom a foot valve or a strainer is required for filtering the components, other particles. Suppose if any other particles is there, it will hit on the pump when it is get into the impeller. So to avoid that, a strainer or filter will be there, and a foot valve, what will do is, the foot valve is a one-way valve. It just allows the water inside and it won't allow the water go back. So this is the foot valve is a one-way valve, where the water is getting inside, it can move upward through the suction pipe, but it won't allow the water to go downward. So the foot valve and the strainer are very important here in the suction pipe, and the delivery pipe is which is connected to the pump, the outlet of the pump, because the water has to deliver to a certain height, right? So for delivering the water from the pump, there is a device, there is a provision is needed. We call it as delivery pipe. There also a valve is there, and the valve will be operated, maybe it does not allow the water to go inside. So but mainly the foot valve is very important in the submerged, that is a tank, okay. Now actually how it is getting working. So the electrical motor starts rotating. Very simply we can say that electrical motors, when it starts rotates, the impeller is rotating, so that it creates a suction over impeller, create the suction there. So that will sucks the water from the sump through the suction pipe. So through the suction pipe, water is getting inside, and it rotated, the impeller is rotating at high velocity, and it creates more pressure when it is leaving outside pressure, keeping the pressure is getting increases at the outlet of the pump. So due to the pressure increases, the water tries to go out of high pressure, and so that the delivery pipe is used to make the water, high pressurized water, to a certain level height, okay. So this is how it is, the centrifugal pump is acting, and the applications of the centrifugal pump is used almost every field normally, in our water, for filling the water tanks, and in chemical industries, automobile industries, marine industries, everywhere, wherever the liquid is to be lifted from a lower level to higher level, either it may be oil or it may be water, these centrifugal pumps are used for a higher level discharge. Okay, thank you.